Lim Guan Eng pleads not guilty to corruption charge. Online food delivery march to see robust growth over next 4 years. Hello and good afternoon. I'm Mohana Priya. Welcome to Updates at Noon. Former Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng was charged in the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court today with soliciting gratification to help a company to secure the Pulau Pinang Undersea Tunnel project. However, Lim pleaded not guilty to the charge, which was read out to him before Judge Azura Alwi. He was charged in his capacity as the Chief Minister of Pulau Pinang then to have corruptly solicited gratification for himself as an inducement for helping the company to obtain the project. He is alleged to have sought 10% of the profit to be made by the company from Dato' Zarul Ahmad Mohamed Zulkifli, who is the company owner. Lim, who is a Bagan Member of Parliament, was charged with committing the offence in the nation's capital in March 2011. The charge was framed under Section 16, subsection A of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Act 2009 and punishable under Section 24 of the same Act, which provides imprisonment for up to 20 years and a fine of not less than 5 times the sum or value of the gratification, or 10,000 ringgit, whichever is higher upon conviction. The prosecution team was led by Deputy Public Prosecutor Wan Shaharuddin Wan Ladin from the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, while Lim was represented by lawyers Gobind Singh Deo and Ram Karpal Singh. The court allows the former finance minister bail at 1 million ringgit, of which 500,000 ringgit will be paid today and the balance on Monday. Kelantan police are currently tracking down 4 suspects from a car repossessing group known as the Fuad Gang, who are believed to be involved in a fight with another group of repossessors known as the Khairul Gang late last month. It is understood that in the revenge-motivated attack, a member of the Fuad Gang was seriously injured when he was brutally attacked by members of the Khairul Gang, believed with a samurai sword at a house in Padang Enggang near Kota Baru on the morning of 30th July. Kelantan Deputy Police Chief SAC Abdullah Mohamed Pia said the 32-year-old victim was the younger brother of the Fuad gang leader. He said the victim is currently being treated at a hospital and was reported to be in a serious condition with injuries all over his body and both hands due to being slashed with a sharp weapon. He said this at a press conference at the Kelantan Police Contingent headquarters yesterday. He said the incident was believed to be a counter-attack from the first incident, where the Fuad gang was said to have taken a car believed to be belonging to the girlfriend of one of the Khairul gang members in Jalan Pasir Puteh, Kota Baru on 28 July. Police have now arrested 19 individuals aged between 18 and 37 years in Kelantan and Kedah to facilitate investigations. As AC Abdullah said, police will conduct an investigation from all angles to find the real motive that triggered the dispute. He added that all members of the Khairul gang involved in the incident are believed to have been detained, while police are still tracking down the rest of the Fuad gang. A fire broke out at a fruit stall in the Kuala Lumpur wholesale market in Selayang yesterday evening. A female Myanmar national who works at the market fainted during the incident, possibly due to suffocation. Kuala Lumpur Fire and Rescue Senior Operations Commander Mohammad Ridwan Razali said flames had engulfed the ground floor of a 3-story building where the fruit stall is located. A fire and rescue team was immediately dispatched when the emergency call was made at about 5:53 p.m. He said the 38-year-old victim, who was trapped on the second floor of the building, was eventually rescued at 6:40 p.m.
Tindakan pantas awal kita mengawal kemerebakan dengan membuat fire break yang bagi mengelakkan kemerebakan berlaku ke bangunan sebelah dan seterusnya ke atas.
The victim was sent to the Selayang hospital for treatment. Firefighters completely put out the fire in less than 2 hours. The cause of the fire and losses incurred were being investigated. Thermometers must be used on the forehead to guarantee accurate reading of body temperature. Health Director General Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah said using a thermometer on other parts of the body would cause the accuracy of the reading to be doubted. He said the public must adhere to this to ensure accuracy in temperature readings. Dr. Nur Hisham also said that no report had been received thus far regarding the side effects of using the thermometer on the forehead, despite fears among the people regarding its usage.
Jadi kita tidak menasihatkan orang untuk menggunakan tangan dan sebagainya. Jadi yang untuk dapatkan ketepatan bacaan suhu, kita kena guna pada dahi.
Updating reporters on COVID-19 at the Ministry of Health yesterday, he said there is no scientific evidence saying the use of thermometer on the forehead can cause other sicknesses. He said this when asked about the action of a few who preferred to use the thermometer on their hands to check their body temperature. The country's online food delivery service market is expected to grow 17.9% annually to reach a revenue of $370 million in 4 years. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Dato' Sri Mustafa Muhammad, said the growth projection was made in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic that had transformed the people's lifestyle to a new normal, with many activities now being conducted online, including food ordering. Citing data from Statista Market Forecast 2020, he said Malaysia's online food delivery market was valued at $192 million at present, comprising 6.2 million consumers. He said the biggest segment contributing to the growth of the industry is targeted to be restaurant to customer delivery, which accounts for $137 million compared to $55 million for platform to customer delivery segment. He said in his speech for the Aeon Rider motorcycle handover ceremony in Shah Alam yesterday. The text of his speech was read by Deputy Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Arthur Joseph Kuro. Dato' Sri Mustafa said the medium to long-term economic recovery plan to be announced by October would look at the renewal of the job market, issue of quality investments and the digital economy. The Malaysia Agriculture, Horticulture and Agro-Tourism or MAHA 2020 show, scheduled for 26th to 29th November, will be held in a hybrid manner, that's both physically and virtually, in an effort to contain the spread of COVID-19. Senior Minister for Security Cluster, Dato' Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob, said the Malaysia Agro Exposition Park at Serdang would prepare the guidelines which must be adhered to in organising the exhibition. He said the guidelines, which include allowing physical attendance only to participants with invitation cards, with their attendance to be recorded. For the international participants, however, they are only allowed to join virtually. He explained that the standard operating procedures for the planning and organising of MAHA 2020 would be further scrutinised and discussed in the technical committee meeting.
Kalau dulu MAHA merekodkan hampir 300,000 satu hari. Sekarang ni jumlahnya dihadkan. Tak sampai 100,000, kalau tak silap saya 70,000 saja satu hari. Dan bus yang ada di dalam hall A dan B dan sebagainya di MAHA tersebut, tapak MAHA juga dikurangkan supaya dapat dijarakkan antara bus dengan bus ataupun gerai dengan gerai yang lain.
He said this in the press conference on the development of the Recovery Movement Control Order, RMCO, yesterday. On another note, Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri said the government will monitor the availability of basic necessities on the 4 mukim in Kedah, which are under the Administrative Enhanced Movement Control Order EMCO. He said this was to ensure there was no shortage of any items, especially food, in the affected areas.
Berbeza dengan PKP yang langsung tak boleh keluar, akhirnya kerajaan terpaksa menghantar makanan untuk setiap rumah. Tapi ini kerana mereka bebas keluar, boleh membeli makanan dan sebagainya, jadi tak timbul isu kalau mereka tiada makanan. Cuma kalau timbul isu yang berkaitan dengan banyak produk-produk telah habis di kedai-kedai di kawasan tersebut, insya-Allah saya akan memaklumkan kepada KPDN HEP supaya boleh ditambahkan mana-mana kekurangan yang melibatkan keperluan rakyat di kawasan yang kita lockdown secara pentadbiran tersebut di Kedah, sama ada di Kumbang Pasu ataupun di Padang Terak.
Perbadanan Usahawan Nasional Berhad PUNB is expected to expedite applications for Bumiputra business and entrepreneurship loans through the National Economic Recovery Plan or Penjana financing scheme this month. Its chairman Tan Sri Noor Omar said efforts are underway to finalise procedural approvals from the Finance Ministry. He said approval for the financing scheme must be expedited to assist entrepreneurs trying to make ends meet during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Jadi lingkungan 1,000 ke 1 juta lah. Jadi kita bukannya bagi peruntukan ni, kita bukanlah bagi apa ni sebenarnya penuh, tapi kita nak menampung daripada segi yang diperlukan, dan juga kita tengok dari segi interest, mungkin interest dia akan paling rendah, dan juga moratorium dia kalau dia pinjam kita mungkin tak perlu sekarang bayar, mungkin 6 bulan akan datang baru dia bayar balik. Oleh sebab kita sedang mendapat approval lah daripada Kementerian Kewangan.
To strengthen Bumiputra involvement and to ensure sustainability in business and entrepreneurship, a funding of 200 million ringgit is being offered through PUNB under the Penjana Financing Scheme initiative. It is expected to benefit about 200 eligible Bumiputra entrepreneurs. Tan Sri Noor was met at the launch of Cell Code, a health and wellness product in the nation's capital. The Kelantan government has expressed its thanks to the federal government over its decision to continue with the construction of the East Coast Expressway Phase 3. The Deputy Minister Dato' Muhammad Amar Nik Abdullah said if it becomes a reality, LPT3 would help boost economic development in the state.
Kita cadang dulu sehingga sampai ke Pekala Kubur. Itu cadangan kita lah kalau boleh lah sampai ke Pekala Kubur. Sebab masa tu PLAS pun telah beri taklimat kepada kerajaan negeri tentang perancangan itu. Jadi kalau boleh diteruskan seperti mana yang dirancangkan, satu yang baik lah.
He said this after officiating the Kelantan Ku Bersih program at the Pengkalan Datu Morning Market yesterday. Last Monday, Senior Minister for Infrastructure Development and Works Ministry, Datuk Sri Fadilah Yusof, said the implementation of the construction of LPT3 has been approved, with preliminary works totaling 35 million ringgit. He said that the preliminary works of the project have commenced this month and are expected to be completed by April 2022. In sports, Bottas signs new Mercedes deal for 2021 Formula One season. But first, local business tycoon Tan Sri Vincent Tan does not plan to buy any Malaysia League club anytime soon, ahead of the September deadline for the privatisation of local teams. Vincent, who owns a Belgian professional club KV Kortrijk and English Championship outfit Cardiff City, said his good ties with the stakeholders of local football was a determining factor, as he was not keen on competing against friends.
Saya ingat susahlah mau beli di sini. Semua pun kawan, macam mana mau lawan dengan kawan?
The privatization of clubs is a process to convert the status of the Football Association into a football club, he said at the contract signing ceremony between national youth player Lukman Hakim Samsudin and KV Kotrek in Kuala Lumpur yesterday. At the ceremony, 18-year-old Lukman Hakim signed a 5-year professional contract with the Belgian club. And that's it from us this afternoon. In our top story today, Lim Guan Eng pleads not guilty to corruption charge. News at 10 comes on this evening on My Free Views Berita RTM News channel. I'm Mohana Priya. Thanks for watching.